cause she know I'm a rapper. I give a but I never get feelings, cause shorty, I know what you after. Okay, they watching me, they watching me, they watching me. They watching me, they watching me, they watching me. They watching me, they watching me, they watching me. They watching me, they watching me, they watching me. At 12, gon' find your ass way in New Orleans. Watch I look, I'm jugging. Dissect your hand if your hand in my put and put two in your man if your man keep a looking. Act like a poopy, your bitch get tookin'. I'm not the type to go fuck with them niggas who fuck with them niggas who stay on some fish. Oh, young and trapping out the bando. From the ceiling fan to the damn floor, trying to stack my money up. Cause that's the only way we can go. Tell my mama that I'm okay. See the money coming through the doorway. Got a bad bitch with a lot of money, that's foreplay. Okay, they watching me, they watching me, they watching me.
Trapped inside this spell. Now I feel like your demons drag me close to hell. I can feel that.
welcome back to the We Are City channel to some live action once again. This time, unusually, is a home game. I am covering the home game today. Manchester City versus Nottingham Forest for you guys to enjoy here on the channel. A midweek game, 7:30 is the kickoff. We're just under 15 minutes away from this one. City's last 6 home results in all competitions, or last 6 results in all competitions, have been wins. City are on a winning run. And actually, going today's game, they're on a 16-year record, Manchester City, which is a crazy one, this one, a crazy stat. A 16-year record of undefeated or winning games at home in midweek fixtures in the Premier League. That is how good Manchester City have been over the last 16 years. Now, you can see here, looking at the City side, you've got 2 sides on the screen now. Erling Haaland is back and he's in that Manchester City side. We'll go through the Forest side first and then the City side. So starting with the visitors for Nottingham Forest. On the bench, former City and youth goalkeeper Angus Gunn. It is Morato, Callum Hudson-Odoi, Awoniyi, Dan Ndoye, Hutchinson, Yates, return for James McAtee as well, and Luca Netz on that bench of Vita Pereira's side. New manager taking over and looking to try and keep Forest in the Premier League this season. His former side, Wolves, of course, picking up 3 points against Liverpool last night. As for Forest, they're going to go with a very negative side, guys. It is a very negative lineup. It is really negative from Forest. It really is. So, in goal stats, Matt Selty returns. No Stefan Ortega. He doesn't even find himself on the bench. He was signed from City this January transfer window. A back 5, Rola Aina, Nikola Milenkovic, Jai Cunha, the young Brazilian, starts. Mario and Nico Williams. It's sort of a midfield 4 diamond, really. Oh, that might change. I'll have to see. But it looks like Sangare in the holding role with Dominguez and highly rated Elliot Anderson, heavily linked with Manchester City, Elliot Anderson on the left-hand side of the midfield. And then at the point of it, it is captain and another player who could have been a City player last year, Morgan Gibbs-White. The lone striker today is Igor Jesus. So let's have a look at now the side that we are more bothered about, or most of the people here will be, and that is the Manchester City side. So on the bench is James Trafford, Tajani Reinders, John Stones, Nathan Ake, Omar Mouche, and Jeremy Doku, joined by Nico Savinho and Abukodia Kusanov. So City in goal starts Gianluigi Donnarumma. It's a back 4 of Mateus Nunes, Ruben Diaz, Mark Gay, and Rian Aït-Nouri. Rodri, Bernardo Silva, the captain, and Phil Foden in that midfield 3. And then it's Shirky, Semenyo, and Haaland, the front 3. So Haaland back from his injury. He comes in. Just the 2 changes then from Leeds United. Haaland comes in for Marmouche, and Foden comes into the side for the injured Nico O'Reilly. It's also worth mentioning that someone has joined the We Are City Bronze Club via this live chat. So thank you and welcome to the We Are City Bronze Club. KPV What TV. Welcome to the We Are City Bronze Club. There's a vote in the live chat right now. You can go and put your vote in there. Who scores today's first goal? We've got 3 options. Erling Haaland, Antoine Semenyo is in red hot form, or Morgan Gibbs-White of Nottingham Forest. It feels fitting that he might score against the side he nearly joined in the summer. And of course, you can go and get your predictions in the live chat, and you should go over. I really asked you to get over to the Finalysis app. Turn your passion into power and join the Finalysis app. Finalysis in partnership with Sky Sports launching this app for fans to make their opinions count. Because when it comes to your club, who knows best? You guys know best. Go over there, you can rate the players after the game. You can have discussion with just fans of your team. Whether you're a City fan, a Forest fan, if you're listening to this, you can discuss with just your team about that. You can discuss during the game as well. And you can put in all your opinions about how you think your team performed. You can even go over there and predict what you think is going to be the score today. And of course, soon coming to this app is also the ability to follow people, to interact people more engagement basically. It's a hub for all the fans of their club. And for example, you can go and give Erling Haaland maybe a 92 rating out of 100 with a fantastic performance today. Finalysis available on Google Play or the App Store if you're on Apple or iOS. Go and download it. Trust me, it is absolutely worth it. So Finalysis app, that's the place you want to be. I am on there. I make my opinions known week in, week out on every Manchester City game. And you guys can do the same as well. So City versus Forest. What do we think the predictions are going to be? Let us know your predictions in the live chat. It's unusual for me to be doing a home game, as a midweek game as well. But here we are. and hopefully covering some more big games across until the end of the season. Now, we are going to be keeping a keen eye, a close eye, a very close eye on a game at the Amex as well today, which kicks off as well at 7:30. Brighton against Arsenal. Now, if Arsenal drop points, Manchester City are in an even better position going into the sort of real end of the season and in this Premier League title race, and with a chance of winning the Premier League title. Because if Arsenal drop points, City would stay 2 points behind, but with a game in hand. And with that game in hand, Manchester City could then go 1 point clear at top of the table, and they've still got Arsenal to play as well. Things are certainly getting exciting in the Premier League title race, aren't they? And Manchester City have to do everything they can to try and fight this Arsenal side that are doing really well. You know, Arsenal seem to always find a way. Yes, it tends to be from a set piece. Yes, that seems to be the way it goes for them. But you have to say, Arsenal have done well to do that. They've performed really well to do things like that. And we'll just run through the team now anyway. Run through the fixtures up remaining for Manchester City, because I thought you guys might be interested in listening to that. So obviously Nottingham Forest today. Next on the weekend, City will face off against West Ham United. That is the next game. West Ham United away from home. Then it's Crystal Palace on the Saturday after at home. Then it's Chelsea away. That is a massive one. Then they face Arsenal at home at the Etihad. That Chelsea game just before it could be really, really important. And then it's Burnley away on the 26th of April. Everton away on the 2nd of May. Brentford at home on the 9th of May. 17th of May, City face off against Bournemouth away from home, away to the Vitality. Final game of the season. Who else but City facing off against Aston Villa? It always seems to be that City will face off against Aston Villa come the end of the season. That's just the way it seems to be. And let's just have a look at maybe what we think about the chances for Arsenal. What are their matches going into the game? So into the rest of the season. So they play, of course, Brighton tonight. They've got Everton at home on the 14th, which I assume they win that. I mean, let's talk about the points here. Let's go through the points here while we have a few moments before the game starts. We'll talk through the points and talk through what we think. So we'll go through Arsenal first. Arsenal play Brighton at home tonight. We'll expect that to be a win, wouldn't we? Then they play Everton at home. We expect that to be a win as well. At home to Bournemouth. I'm going to go a draw there. Bournemouth maybe pull out something very special. Then Arsenal will play City at the Etihad. We're going to go for a loss there. Then Arsenal will play Newcastle at home. I assume they'll win that one against Newcastle. No problem there. Newcastle have been poor this season. Fulham at home, we're going for a win. West Ham away, we're going for a win. Burnley at home, we're going for a win. And the final game of the season for Arsenal, Crystal Palace, that could be a draw. We add those points together for Arsenal. We add all those points together. And let's see what it looks like. So if Arsenal were to get those results right there, that what I've just said, if Arsenal were to get all those results, 3 points plus 3 plus another 1 for a draw there that we predicted, then another 3, another 3, another 3, another 3, and then finally a point. That would mean 20 points in total for Arsenal. 20 points in total for Arsenal. Where would that leave them in the Premier League? Well, if Arsenal were to get 20 points this season, that would leave them on 84 points final. 84 points final. So we'll just run through the City fixtures now. And let's just talk about that as well. And we'll see if our predictions can come off here. So we're predicting Arsenal finish the season on 84 points. What about Manchester City? Well, Forest today, we would say that will be a win. West Ham United away from home, that's got to be a win. Crystal Palace at home is usually a difficult fixture for Manchester City, but I expect that to be a win. Chelsea away from home for Manchester City, a very difficult one. I'm going to go with a draw. Arsenal at home, well, we've already said that Arsenal lose that one. We back our team. A win for Manchester City. Burnley away from home, a win for City. Into the month of May, Everton away from home, difficult, but City should win that one. Brentford at home, City should win that one. Bournemouth away, City should win that one. Final game of the season, Villa at home, City should win that one as well. If we put those points together, what does that mean for Manchester City? Let's add these total up. So 3 points, plus another 3 points, plus another 3 points, plus 1 point for a draw, plus 3, plus 3, plus 3, plus 3, plus 3, plus 3 will give City 28 points. 28 points from that one. And if you add those together, what will we find here? Well, what are City on in the title, in the Premier League title race already? Manchester City are on 59 points. Okay, so 59 plus 28 would leave City on 87 or 86 points to win the league title. 2 points or 3 points clear of Arsenal. That would be exciting. Amigo Mamouche asks, how come you're not at the game? I'm not at the game today. Unforeseen circumstances, let's say, it wasn't possible. So I'm not at the game today. I think it's the first home game of the Premier League season that I've missed this year, actually. Obviously, I go to all the games as a season ticket holder, but not today. So we're doing the live stream for you guys to enjoy today. So hopefully we see some goals. Hopefully we see a win for Manchester City. And interestingly enough, you guys are tied at the moment. 43% both predicting Haaland and Semenyo top goals. Well, the first goal scorer in today's game. The two sides of the tunnel then. So we've just predicted there. We've just been talking about the Premier League table. If we predict the results, City win the league on 86 points. Arsenal come second on 84. But it all comes down to, of course, that game at the Etihad. That is what it all comes down to, doesn't it? 85 points made for Manchester City. So let us know your predictions in the live chat if you will. Are City going to win this one? I'm going to go Real Madrid second leg, says Amigo Mamush. I'll be there as well for the second leg at the Etihad. So that is a good one, isn't it? We might be able to hopefully be in a big lead because it looks like Real Madrid will be without Rodrigo, or will be without Rodrigo, confirmed. Rodrigo has torn his anterior cruciate ligament. He won't be back until next year. Rodrigo out, Mbappe probably going to miss the second leg, they're not quite sure. Jude Bellingham's certainly going to miss the first leg. They've got quite a few injuries, Real Madrid, haven't they? Mbappe, Bellingham and Rodrigo. That's three massive misses for that Madrid side. And that is obviously massive for Manchester City. Should put City in a great position if they are going to win the Champions League, or at least go through to the quarter-final. So two sides coming out to the field now. Manchester City and Nottingham Forest. As I said before, you can go with the Finalysis app, get your predictions in, you can rate the plays after the game. That is where I will be, not only after the game, not only before the game, but at half-time as well. That is the place I always am. And Erling Haaland so far is winning the votes to score first today. So return from injury, an Erling Haaland goal you guys are predicting. So two sides out onto the field here at the Etihad. Title race certainly heating up. Big game. Big game for City today. And a bit of maybe an audition for Elliot Anderson. Of course, heavily linked with City. A bit like Morgan Gibbs-White in the previous season. There is going to be big interest from Manchester City in Morgan Gibbs-White. But I think City have moved on maybe from Morgan Gibbs-White now. More defensive midfielder. And Elliot Anderson, that of a sort of box-to-box. A bit more better, a bit better in deeper areas. So City team will go through it once again, as you can see on your screen. Donnarumma starts in goal. Nunez, Diaz, Gay, and Ait-Nouri the back four. Rodri, Bernardo Silva and Foden in the midfield three. Semenyo, Haaland and Shirky the front three. That means only one change from City's previous game away at Leeds. That is Marmoush out for Haaland, who returns from injury, and the injured O'Reilly comes out for Phil Foden. On the bench, Trafford, Reinders, Stones, Ake, Marmoush, Doku, Nico, Sabinho, Abu, Kodia, Kusanov. As for Forest, they go very negatively. Do Vita Pereira's side. 5 at the back, 4 in midfield, 1 up top. Igor Jesus leads the line, and then it is Captain Morgan Gibbs-White in behind with Nicolas Dominguez, Sangare, and heavily linked with City, Elliot Anderson. A back 5 in the wing-back areas is Olareina and Nico Williams. And then a back 3, Mario, Jai Cunha, the young Brazilian, starts with Milenkovic. Matt Sells ahead of Ortega in goal. Ortega not even on the bench today. Ultra Gamers here, he's predicted a 2-1 win. Keep those predictions coming in. On the bench for them, they do have Angus Gunn, Marato, Hudson-Odoi, Awonyi, Danendoy and Hutchinson, as well as Ryan Yates, former City man returning to the Etihad, James McAtee, and Luca Netz as well. McAtee all smiles on that bench alongside Angus Gunn behind Vita Pereira. So, are you ready for this one? Are we ready for a big win for City? We're hoping for a big win for Manchester City, aren't we? We need a big win, Manchester City. And in the games I've been going to at the Etihad this year, I'm yet to see a goal at my end. So, considering I'm not there today, it will only be my luck that surely City score some goals in the second half, surely. Akati has returned home. Akati has returned home. Didn't make it at Manchester City, but still a very good player. And the move to Forest hasn't gone particularly well for him, has it, so far, unfortunately. There's certainly a player in there in James McAtee. I think you don't quite realise the age of him. He's sort of 24 years of age, I think, James McAtee. So he's already at a stage of his career where you think that he should already be a lot better, really, shouldn't he? And no, not every development is linear. You have to remember that with players. Some players become a lot better at older ages. I mean, Tijani Reinders, for example, who is in City's side. Tijani Reinders was, I think, really not a professional footballer massively until he was like 22, 23 years of age. So that shows, doesn't it? He got to move late to Milan, late in his career from A's at Alkmaar. So it does show progression, development isn't linear at all. See, Carly says we need to win this, let us know tomorrow. Well, let's hope we can win this. I'll keep a close eye on the Arsenal game as well, of course, for you guys. I'll keep a close eye on it. Let's see if Arsenal and Brighton, how that game goes. The referee ready to blow the whistle. City versus Nottingham Forest, live from the Etihad Stadium. And the first half will be underway. Vardy and Kane are also late bloomers. Siltra Gamer quite right. Very late bloomers, weren't they, those two? Long been away by Matt Sells. Header forward by Diaz into Igor Jesus, a very physical striker. Igor Jesus loves to get in the physical battle, loves to get in the battle all the time, push and foul and kick. And a foul on Rodri here. No, Rodri goes down under pressure from Jesus. And it's a long throwing straightaway for City defend from Nottingham Forest. Nola Reiner comes across to take it. And that is a bad start by Manchester City, really, isn't it? Nola Reiner with a chance to swing one in here. Long throw right into that box. Put it right at the top of the head of Milenkovic and Sangare. Igor Jesus. If we don't win, I'll cry, says Callis. Well, I hope that doesn't happen. Ball into the box here. Haaland heads it away. Elliot Anderson on the volley blocked by Semenyo. Back onto Morgan Gibbs White. Blocked away again by City. But a really lively start here by Nottingham Forest. Jai Cunha under pressure. Heads it forward to Semenyo. Back forward by Semenyo and Jai Cunha back in behind to City. Mark Gay takes the stinger out onto Rodri, who's taken off him by Gibbs White. And in behind to Igor Jesus, but a really lively start here by Forest. Jesus back in towards Dominguez. Swings it into the box here. Gibbs White with a header. And into the hands of Donnarumma. A comfortable save, but what a start by Forest here. Really, really lively from Nottingham Forest here. Manchester City under early pressure. And struggling with that pressure. Really struggling with that pressure. Good crossing by Dominguez. But Gibbs does get a header on it, Gibbs White, but not quite much on it. But now it goes all the way back towards Donnarumma. The City start again here. Donnarumma, what a signing Mark Gay has been for City, hasn't he? But very, very impactful player so far. Nunes down this right-hand side. Into Mark Gay. City work it round the back, as we know and expect the City side to do. Build up from the back. Bernardo Silva playing the go-where-you-want position at the moment. And he has been for quite a stage of the season now, hasn't he? Trusted heavily by Pep Guardiola, of course. Bernardo Silva. Ruben Diaz. Switch of play to Ait-Neary is brilliant from Diaz, actually. That's impressive from him. Ait-Neary to wide left to Ryan Cherki, who's operating off the left today. Is City's Frenchman. He works so well with Ryan Ait-Neary, both, good friends with each other. Formed quite a friendship since joining City. Cherki finds himself centrally now. Diaz, Cherki. Again, Ait-Neary's in the wide left-hand side. It's cut out though by Nico Williams. It's a poor pass by Cherki. Williams keeps it in, but he clears it anyway to Donnarumma. Back into the City half, and City can start again with this build-up. Mark Gay for Manchester City. Ruben Diaz. Pressure from Elliot Anderson. He's sort of playing as sort of the left of a midfield for Elliot Anderson. He's being tasked with pressing this City side best he can. It's going to be difficult for them. Very difficult for Forest today, but any result is big for them in this sort of relegation battle they're in. Mark Gay for Manchester City. Onto Diaz on this right-hand side. Diaz brings the ball forward for City. Again, the switch is onto Ait-Neary on the other side. And he goes back across the halfway line to Mark Gay in the centre circle. And he works it further left towards Ryan Ait-Neary. City pushing for that title, of course, alongside Arsenal. Very, very big game here tonight. And at the Amex as well. Ruben Diaz pushing forward again. Cherki, Phil Foden. Foden here. Easily shrugged off the ball. Foden, it's pretty weak from Foden. Nunes against Anderson. Good work from Nunes, and Foden wins it back as well. But that's frustrating from Foden. He's had a bad few months, Phil Foden, in terms of form. Semenyo is playing more left-hand side today. Haaland on the right of that sort of front two. Mark Gay brings it forward. Into Foden. Nicely done. Nunes with space on the right. Foden. Wide right to Nunes. Got to cross this Nunes. He lifts it in Nunes towards Erling Haaland. Matt Sells can catch it. It's a very lofty cross by Nunes. Not much whip on it. It's lifted high in the air. Matt Sells always getting there. No City player really sort of came forward and tried to win it at all. An easy claim for Matt Sells. Nico Williams. Jai Cunha, Milenkovic. Big switch by the Serb forward towards Olerainer. It's overhit and it's out for a City throw-in on this right-hand side near the halfway line. Nunes tackled by Anderson. Another throw-in for Manchester City. But Anderson very intense, isn't he? The England international now, Elliot Anderson. I think he's a very impressive player, heavily linked with the likes of City United. I'm sure Arsenal have got interest there as well in Anderson. Nunes' throw-in goes across towards Mark Gate. Works onto Ryan Shirky. Dominguez on Shirky. Back to Mark Gate. Mike Newry. Well, with Forest playing this back five, it does leave them in position sometimes where the full-back decides to step up or the wing-back and what to do there. That can be difficult. Does the wing-back step up to the City winger? Well, full-back who is playing wide areas. Obviously, the full-backs, the wingers come inside. City playing without wingers pretty much under Pep Guardiola, which he did towards the end of last season. Worked very well. Even more so now with Antoine Semenyo. And I mean, when Doku plays and he's back from injury, he's back on the bench, he gets very narrow as well. Good ball into Bernardo by Mark Gay. Wide to Nunes again. Matheus Nunes takes too long. It's off Olerainer, who keeps it in. Good work from Olerainer. Nunes goes and wins it back. And into Bernardo Silva. Brilliant from Nunes. Bernardo, pressure from Olerainer. Bernardo Silva cuts it back. Across the far post. Head away by Jacques Cunha. And Rodri beats Dominguez too. It was City keeping that pressure on here. Rodri back to White Newry. The good ball to the far post by City. Andrews picked a 2-0 win. MK's here looking for a City win as well. Rodri. Clips one to Ruben Diaz here. Under pressure from Morgan Gibbs-White. Bernardo Silva. Right to Matheus Nunes. Nunes. Phil Foden. Foden across to Ryan Ait Newry on this left-hand side. Shirky under pressure on Sangare. Fires it back at Ait Newry. Good touches. Good control by Shirky. Foden. Ait Newry, really good play there. Bit of a difficult situation for Ait Newry, but he kept the ball well. Shirky with the ball behind to Foden here over the top. Foden takes down ahead of Milenkovic. Onto Semenyo. Antoine Semenyo cracks one. Into the side netting by Semenyo. Oh, Antoine Semenyo's in a real hot goal scoring streak, isn't he? Shirky with an inventive pass over the top. Foden makes a run from deep. He beats Milenkovic to it. Lays it back out to Semenyo. Takes it past Milenkovic and hits it hard on his left foot with power towards that near post. It's not far away from cracking the post. It hits with so much power from Semenyo. Difficult for Sells. But it's the side netting. We're looking dangerous already to Ultra Gamers, certainly. Very dangerous Manchester City at the start of this one. Ait Newry throws this one in quickly to Mark Gay. A long ball from Forest that's wasted. Gay into Bernardo Silva. Chased by Anderson. It could be Manchester City's Bernardo Silva next season, could Elliot Anderson. Nunes. Shirky. Under pressure, Shirky, and he's done well to play out from that. Shirky's telling Nunes don't pass it to him if he's got someone behind him and he doesn't know about it. A bit frustrated there, I think, Shirky, with that pass from Nunes. Bernardo Silva lets it run across his body on this right-hand side. Foden comes across to link up the play. City's captain goes back, rolls it back towards Ruben Diaz. There's plenty of space right near on the far side, but see if they've got the quality to find him. Bernardo, Foden. Mark Gay in. Now you see the space open up for Ait Newry. Gay's giving him time. Rodri across to Diaz, and City play for the press really well here. Ruben Diaz switches the play to Ait Newry. City just too slow then to decide what to do with the ball, and they've had to work it backwards. Diaz, Bernardo Silva, Haaland reset, City reset. Bernardo drives down this right-hand side now. Bernardo, wide right to Matheus Nunes. Drop of the shoulder back to Ait Newry, who finds himself playing sort of central midfield now. Ait Newry, Shirky gives it away, and City in trouble. Gibbs-White look to counter here with Forest. A ball in behind to Olerainer, who absolutely burns Rodri for pace here. And Forest come down the far side. Olerainer cuts back. Little back heel in towards Dominguez. And one back by Antoine Semenyo brilliantly. And then Semenyo unlucky not to skip past Milenkovic. Sangare can't go back. He does go back to Milenkovic. Jai Cunha's playing the right side of that back three. Milenkovic the slower of the centre-backs in the centre of it. But it's poor by Ait Newry. It's trying to pick up a space in central areas. And then Shirky plays a pass, which wasn't great. Aston Villa lead Chelsea, by the way. A goal from Villa, Douglas Luiz on his return to the side. Here's Dominguez, takes it down. Jai Cunha. Dominguez, Aintnuri in there with Dominguez, and the free kick goes Forest way. A bit too aggressive from Aintnuri, a bit too hands-on. There, the defensive work from the Algerian. Elliot Anderson. Works the ball left towards Nico Williams. Back to Anderson. In towards Gibbs White. Anderson again. Good feet by Gibbs Anderson for a second, but he's robbed by Foden. Foden's dispossessed as well, but City get it back anyway. Anderson trying to weave his way through a situation there. 4 or 5 City players pressing him. Rodri. Back in towards Mark Gay and on towards Ruben Diaz. Well played, City again. Evading the Forest press pretty easily at the moment. There's a lot of space and wide areas for City with Forest playing this back 5 and a very narrow midfield 4. Nunes with the ball behind to Phil Foden. Foden might just get there, will he? No. Overhit pass by Matheus Nunes. And Phil Foden not quick at all to get in the end of it. But Phil Foden started pretty slow here again today. And there's been a goal at the Amex, and it's a goal for Arsenal. Bukayo Saka crosses a ball in. The cross goes in. And Brighton's goalkeeper drops it and pushes it in his own net pretty much. So I don't know what's going on with Brighton's goalkeeper, Bruggen, there. But the shot, just like, it's not a shot from Saka, it's a cross right down the middle. And the goalkeeper sort of just lets it go through his legs and drops it into his own net. So Arsenal have a lead at Brighton. Very poor from Brighton. Verbruggen, the Arsenal fan, clearly. Must be letting that one in. Here's Diaz. Donnarumma. Mark Gay. Pushing forward down his left-hand side. Mark Gay into Anderson. It's a terrible pass from Gay. Counter for the opposition, and Gay cuts it out brilliantly from the Anderson pass. So calm there, Gay. He gives it away. And you think he's going to start backtracking. Oh, Forest have got a chance. He just stays strong. Anderson tries to pass it through, and Gay cuts it out. Nunes, back to Gay again. And you get a second chance to try and pass this ball forward now. On towards Semenyo. Back to Mark Gay. Semenyo, really, really strong player and so good in those physical battles. He presses high. A really weak touch by Nunes here on the right side. Ends up pushing it backwards. Nunes into Foden. Nice turn from Foden here. Foden taken down by Nico Williams. It's a free kick, Manchester City. Nice feet from Foden. That's the best we've seen from him so far in months, it feels like. Drags the ball back. A little back heel sort of around himself. It's a nice bit of skill. And he wins City a free kick. Well, Pep Linders and Kolo Touré in deep discussions here on the sidelines as Pep Guardiola stands up and looks over his team. 50% of you guys believe that Antoine Semenyo is going to score the opening goal today. Ryan Shaqiri is going to take this free kick for Manchester City. Takes it short to Bernardo. Wide right to Nunes. Back out to Bernardo Silva. Bernardo sees a pocket of space. Back wide right to Nunes again. Nunes in towards Shaqiri. Cross towards Aintnuri. It's a bit of a waste of a set piece by City. The centre-backs have got to get back now. Semenyo. Mark Gay. Rodri. Wide left to Semenyo here. Semenyo against Jai Cunha. Back in towards Rodri. Rodri takes a bit of a shoulder barge here from Dominguez and rides the challenge well. On to Mark Gay. Aintnuri. Back into Gay again. Another switch by Gay is nice towards Shaqiri. City so far dominating the game with 77% possession. Shaqiri. Wide right to Matheus Nunes. Nunes one-on-one with Nico Williams. Nunes inside. Nunes with left foot across the far post here. Hal might get there. All the Reiner has to defend it well. And he puts it behind for a corner for Manchester City. A crossing with the left foot of Nunes from the right side was an in-swinger. It's the far post. For a moment, it looked like it was just going out with no one attacking it. But Hal, that good acceleration starts going to the far post. Aina reads that. Has to flick his header behind for a corner for City. Good defending by Ola Reina though. Ryan Shaqiri over this. A good set piece for City is needed here. Ball in by Shaqiri. It's into a good position. Away by Murillo. Anderson against Foden. Anderson takes it well. He takes it away from Rodri. Heads it down to Sangare. Back into Anderson. Nicely done by Elliot Anderson here on the far side. Murillo goes back to his goalkeeper Sells under pressure from Erling Haaland. On to Jai Cunha. Back heel by Aina to Dominguez and into the middle here. And they've got it through to Gibbs-White. It's a foul by Rodri. Advantage played, is it? Dominguez switches the play to Anderson. Nice swift football from Forest here. They work it wide left to Nico Williams, the wing-back. And there's an offside against Nico Williams, which is very poor from Forest there. Really good movement from Forest. Really good play. City just step up and Nico Williams. Very poor from him. On the left-hand side of the fullback. Diaz. Nunes. Bernardo Silva. Back to Diaz. Goes back to Gigi Donnarumma here. Involved in the build-up much more than he was when he first joined City. I think that first game, that debut against United. Hardly involved in the build-up at all. He's become more confident in his time at the club. Semenyo. Mark Gay. Looking for options ahead of him. Goes wide right to Diaz again, who's getting a lot of possession on this right-hand side, Ruben Diaz. Keeps bringing it forward here, Diaz. Takes his time. Into Bernardo Silva. Back to Diaz again. Forest very much in their shape. Bernardo Silva. Bernardo spins Anderson there into Foden. Across to Aitnuri. He's got Shirky to the left of him. Shirky continues to drive wide here. Aitnuri on the overlap. Shirky. Step over on Dominguez. Shirky still. Into Foden. Touch and take wide to Nunes here on the right side. City working one way or the other. Nunes against Nico Williams one-on-one. Nunes with in swinger again here. Terrible cross by Nunes. Easily dealt with. Trying to cross it with the left foot there, Matheus Nunes, but it was poor. Shirky under Aitnuri under pressure. Fantastic from Aitnuri there. Drop of the shoulder. Just takes the Forest players away from the press. And Shirky the ball into Nunes here and behind. Nunes looking for the cross. Does get the ball in. It's cleared away to the edge of the box, whereas Dominguez picks it up. And falls to Aitnuri, who hits one wide of the post. Well, the referee's already pulled the whistle for a foul on Nicolas Dominguez from Rodri, apparently. We'll see here. Aitnuri hits it. It's way wide. But the referee had already blown for a free kick earlier on in that situation. Foul by Rodri, I think. On the Forest man Dominguez on the edge of his box. It's a free kick Nottingham Forest, and that eases the pressure on this Forest side massively. Mark Gay heads it down. Aitnuri makes a good challenge. Back to Mark Gay. Back towards Donnarumma. Takes his time here. Donnarumma well played. On to Rodri. And in towards Diaz. Well played, City. Nicely done. Here is Ruben Diaz for Manchester City. Haaland made a run, but Diaz didn't play it. Bernardo Silva is so much space right near in that left-hand side. And the outside of left foot Trivela by Bernardo Silva is absolutely brilliant in towards Aitnuri. And then Bernardo follows his pass as well brilliantly. Aitnuri in towards Shirky, gives it away. Sangare and Forest get it back now and into Dominguez. Return. Foden, good nick on Morgan Gibbs White there and City get it back. Well done, Phil Foden, read that really well. Aitnuri apologises. Nunes onto Rodri. Rodri takes it off Anderson is Nunes. Pass one challenge. Matheus Nunes still should pass it, but it gets tackled by Dominguez. Sloppy at times, Manchester City, but they're building towards something. Forest making some good challenges. Diaz. Gay. Rolls the challenges here, Mark Gay. Well played. Goes backwards. Gets himself out of trouble as Mark Gay. Looking for a pass, looking for an opportunity. Semenyo's drifting. Wide to Aitnuri. Into Foden. Foden can't quite get it. It's another sort of slack pass from Ryan Aitnuri. And City give it away again and Forest go back to Milenkovic. We'll start again here, Vita Pereira's side. Jai Cunha. Back to Milenkovic. Matt Sells. Lifts it over the top of Haaland here. But Haaland takes it down. Brilliant touch by Haaland. Shirky's going to pass it. Shirky to Bernardo. Bernardo Silva deflected shot into the hands of Matt Sells. City perhaps should have pounced upon a mistake by goalkeeper Sells there. Haaland did so well to pluck it out of the air. Get City going forward. City should have done better there, really. Matt Sells lucky it deflected Bernardo's shot. Didn't really get much power in it. Aitnuri wins it back. Shirky. Back towards Foden. Terrible one, Phil Foden. Absolutely terrible. Pass it straight through to Matt Sells. Really poor from Foden here. Murillo. Big switch by the Brazilian across towards Jai Cunha and Allrider on the far right hand side. Disappointing from Foden though in the build up towards that. Just gives the ball away so cheaply, does Phil Foden. Just not been at the level you expect of him at all. Gibbs White. Semenyo goes and wins it back. Well played, Antoine Semenyo. So good at that. Gain to Foden. Once again, Phil Foden's lost the ball again in the central areas. There's a counter for Forest now. Gay's pass was heavy, but Foden wasn't alive to it. Here's Elliot Anderson with Diaz. Anderson still on towards Williams. Cross comes in. Chance to the far post. Mark Gay, good defending. Semenyo forgets to flight the ball here and back to Ait-Nouri. Ait-Nouri to Semenyo. Into Bernardo. Mark Gay. Oh, City play out really well here. Rodri. Shirky. And City move it forward now. Shirky on the turn. Turns here, Shirky. Keeps getting City moving forward now, the Frenchman. Ryan Shirky for City. Needs runners. Shirky across the right side towards Matheus Nunes. City pushed on this right hand side. The fans are right behind City here. Forest get back in their shape. Back on the edge of the box they go. Nunes. Shirky. Oh, bad pass by Shirky, as it no, it comes off the referee. Hits him on the back of the head and it has to be a Manchester City. Drop ball, back to Bernardo Silva. Bernardo keeps going here. Wide right to Nunes. He's not put many good crosses on that left foot today. Shirky. Foden. Back towards Rodri. Nunes again on this right hand side. Foden takes it in his stride. Foden hits it and blazes it up and into the stands. Just does not look the Phil Foden of earlier in the season at all. Mistakes again from Foden there. Not great at all by Phil Foden. It's really poor from Foden. The ball never really sits when he hits that and he just slices it over the bar. Shirky tries to block. This was a long ball. Okay, he takes it on the chest. And comfortably left towards Ait-Nouri. Ait-Nouri drives inside with it. And across to Nunes. Well played, Ait-Nouri. And great from Mark Gay in the build-up to that as well. Nunes drives forward here. Bernardo right hand side. Nunes to Bernardo. Bernardo's got to keep that run going. Bernardo run at Nico Williams here. What a ball to Nunes. Nunes across the box. Great block by Anderson. But fantastic inventiveness from Bernardo Silva. Bernardo looks to cross it. He doesn't do. Foden. Wide right to Nunes again. Back to Foden. Foden just gets the pass across to Ait-Nouri, nearly intercepted by Gibbs White. Ait-Nouri runs away from Dominguez on towards Bernardo Silva. Ait-Nouri makes a run to the box as well. Bernardo, he opens up space here. Bernardo Silva! Blocked by Milenkovic, away by Bernardo again. Rodri against Gibbs White. Rodri brilliantly goes back towards Donnarumma from his own half here. Big pass. Donnarumma follow to Diaz and City come again here. He's very much 11 men behind the ball for Forest. Defending the best they can. Bernardo. Nunes. City looking for that opener. Nunes with a pass to Foden, finds him. Foden's going to pass this. Foden shoots. It's right at Matt Sells. It comes off his gloves and behind foot. Just it still keeps it actually. I thought it was going to be behind for a goal kick there. For a corner, sorry. It hits Sells in the hands. It stings his palms. It's fierce from Foden. Bit of movement on it from Foden. Sells struggled with it a little bit. Milenkovic to the switch of play. Well done, Matheus Nunes there. Igor Jesus goes up for the header. Nunes just sees it out of play. Phil Foden here, he's being positive, Foden, in his play. It's just the quality, the end product to the end of it that we're struggling with a little bit. Hopefully that improves. And a ball forward by City and all the way through to the goalkeeper. That's poor. Phil Foden. He's trying Foden. I mean, of course, he wants to be in that World Cup squad for Thomas Tuchel. You know, right now, would he be in that squad? Who knows? I think personally, probably wouldn't be right now. The likes of Morgan Rogers are ahead of him. Cole Palmer's not in great form either, though. Jude Bellingham's injured. He's not in great form. Diaz with a header against Igor Jesus, takes it down well. Foden. Wriggling through challenges. Brilliant. Bernardo. Back heel to Semenyo. Antoine Semenyo. Through to Haaland here. Milenkovic. Good defending. Back to Semenyo. Blaze it over the bar. What a chance that is. I think the referee says there's a foul anyway by Erling Haaland. Great play by Foden. Little back heel by Bernardo onto Semenyo. Tries to play Haaland. Milenkovic does well. It comes back to Semenyo, but the referee's already given a free kick for a foul by Haaland, who got there. Milenkovic before Haaland. Just got his body between Haaland and the ball there. Milenkovic is good defending by the big man. Anderson. Murillo. City throwing that. Off Murillo. City, I think Forest wanted a free kick there for something from Ruben Diaz, but the referee and linesman think not. Nunez, a good tackle by Elliot Anderson. There's a lot of work off the ball, Anderson. Underappreciated maybe that. But I think he tops metrics in, winning the ball. Oh, Rodri, dispossessed here. It's terrible from Rodri. And it's a counter for Forest. And City are in trouble. They're 3-on-2 here. White to Gibbs-White. Morgan Gibbs-White. Terrible finish into the hands of Donnarumma. Big mistake by Rodri. Morgan Gibbs-White should score. Big mistake by Rodri. Forest should take the lead there. Terrible finish by Gibbs-White. Really poor finish. Can't put his foot through it. Rolls it. Donnarumma makes the save. They won't get many chances like that, Forest. That's 3-on-2. Bernardo Silva. Wide right to Nunez again. Chased by Anderson. Tackle by Anderson. Bernardo. Well blocked off. Nico Williams by Bernardo Silva. Throws it into Ruben Diaz. Rodri there. Caught out. In possession. It was poor from Rodri. Bernardo. A lot's coming on this right side and not... Bernardo's limping here. Might have a bit of a problem here, Manchester City, because Bernardo Silva is struggling. And City's captain has stopped here on the far right hand side. But it looks like a muscle injury. Ait Nuri. Takes his time here, Ait Nuri into Mark Gay, well played under pressure. Shirky. Back to Diaz and on to Nunez. Bernardo Silva is still limping here on the far right hand side. I think he's going to be forced off here, Bernardo. Bernardo Silva, step overs. Bernardo, small step overs. Bernardo, more step overs. Tries to cross it in, can't do. Muscled off it by Williams, into Anderson. Bernardo Silva is struggling here with whatever injury he's picked up. Diaz heads it back down to Shirky. City back in possession. Shirky on towards Nunez. Well played, Shirky. Matheus Nunes. I don't know if Bernardo's going to be able to run this off. I don't know what he's quite done here. Shirky. Wide right to Nunez. Swings one in. Semenyo's in there. Haaland as well. Head away to the edge of the box. Gibbs-White flicks it on and Gay back in towards Shirky. It's all Manchester City this. And deep in the Forest half, the possession continues. Shirky. Wide right to Nunez. Foden with a pass in the pocket here. Foden keeps it in. Drags it back. Dealt with by Forest. Nico Williams. Long and away into the channel here towards Igor Jesus, who takes it down against Diaz, who outmuscles him well. And then City give it away. And then it's Shirky who makes a foul. And they will get a free kick here. Forest. Well, Diaz did well. Outstrengthen Igor Jesus. I think Shirky wants Diaz to take control of the situation. Diaz wants Shirky to take control of the situation. And in the end, there's a foul. Well, the chance that Forest had before where they nick it off Rodri. There's a replay here. Rodri was actually fouled by Dominguez. And I think if VAR would have checked it, they would have ruled that goal out, I'm pretty sure. Here's Jai Cunha on the right-hand side. Milenkovic. Back to Sells. Jai Cunha. Melio down his far side. Gibbs-White, love a little spin on it, Gibbs-White. Switch of play. Fantastic switch of play by Morgan Gibbs-White. He's switched it to Ola Reiner, and City are in all sorts of trouble. The referee blocks it and gets in the way. Morgan Gibbs-White is furious. Understandably so, because that was a fantastic chance for Forest. The referee gets in the way of. Gibbs-White, it's cut out by Mark Gay. Foden. Back to Nunez. Back to Diaz. City in a bit of pressure here. Diaz has to slam it away. Oh, Haaland wins it really well. Shirky and Semenyo's on the run here on the left-hand side. And here's Antoine Semenyo. The City fans roar. Semenyo. 1 against 2 here, Semenyo. Semenyo takes it past João Cunha. He's pulled down here. No free kicks as a referee. Then it's a foul by Semenyo on Aina. Well, it's a foul by João Cunha on Semenyo. The referee doesn't see it, doesn't give it. Semenyo skips past João Cunha. It looked like a foul to me. Looked like a foul to me by João Cunha. 2 hands on Semenyo, pulls him down. No free kick given. In the end, Semenyo fouls Olnareiner in frustration. Spurs versus Crystal Palace tomorrow. That's a big one, isn't it? That's a big one for Spurs. Very difficult. Away by Matt Sells. Igor Jesus wins the header against Rodri. Mark Gay loses the header. Here's Igor Jesus. Gibbs White in the turn. Through to Jesus, just can't control it. Great work from Gibbs White again. Really good play from him. Rodri back to Nunes. Into Shirky. Away from Sangare. Great play from Shirky to Haaland here. Bernardo leaves it. He seems to run off that little knot, Bernardo Silva. And here is Ryan Aït-Nouri. How's that? A foul, the one on Semenyo? I don't know. Says Ultra Gamer. I thought it was a foul on Semenyo personally. The referee thinks not. Here's Mark Gay. Shirky has got Nunes to the right of him. Shirky, step over Shirky. Into the box. Semenyo! Who else? Who else than Antoine Semenyo? Brilliant from Shirky. Step overs. Eventually he gets in the box. And Antoine Semenyo puts it in the back of the net. Well, 50% of you guys are right. 18 votes say Antoine Semenyo will score first. Antoine Semenyo does score first. What a finish by Semenyo. It's Ryan Shirky on the right-hand side after really good work from Gay as well, driving it forward. Step overs, drop of the shoulder, skill from Shirky. Gets himself in the box, pulls it back, and Antoine Semenyo with the left foot. What a finish. The goal's been coming to the Ultra Gamer. It certainly has. What a hit from Antoine Semenyo. He is proving to be a special signing for this Manchester City side, Antoine Semenyo. He does it again. What a finish. What a goal. 1-0. And imagine if City hadn't have signed Antoine Semenyo this January. Imagine. Really good finish by Semenyo. And Forest straight away from kick-off play, a long ball forward. It's intercepted. And it's out for a throw in Manchester City's way. City have the lead now, as do Arsenal against Brighton. Semenyo scores again. Matt Sells plays it wide left here towards Jai Cunha. Mark Gay, great challenge on Dominguez. Should be a City throw-in, and the referee gives it the other way. It's poor from the referee. The linesman thought it was City's way. Oh, the referee hasn't given it as a throw-in, he's given it as a free kick, I think. Good value for our lead. Ultra Gaming, Semenyo's been brilliant. He really has. He's such a good player. Really is such a good player. Here's Olnareiner. Off there to Rodri. Semenyo back to Rodri. Rodri with a poor touch. Foden to Aït-Nouri. It's poor by Phil Foden again here. Who has moments of brilliance in the game, but also very sloppy in doing the simple things. The very simple things. Pep Guardiola's having a big talk to the fourth official here. He's not happy about something. I think he's not happy about the foul on Semenyo on the far side, and then the referee gives one for Gay winning the ball there. Anderson. Sells. Murillo. All four by Murillo into Gibbs White. Sangare. Oh, great work from Igor Jesus here. He's in behind City's defence. It's poor from Diaz, who didn't read it. Jesus hits one here! Big save with Donnarumma. Back out to Williams. Good tackle by Diaz. Jesus again. Locked away. Foden clears it away. Offside anyway against Nico Williams. Well, good challenge by Diaz and Nico Williams, who stays down. He's offside anyway, the Welshman. Yeah, felt that one, did Nico Williams. A really good movement from Igor Jesus here. He drifts to the left-hand side of City's defence. He doesn't stay central. He peels off left and then makes the running behind. He's found by Sangare with a nice ball forward. Ruben Diaz's position is very poor. It's too far forward. He's not aware what's behind him. Pep Guardiola swings his arms in the air in frustration. Good shot by Jesus. A big save by Donnarumma. Williams is way offside. And then Diaz slides in on Nico Williams, makes the challenge, wins the ball first. Williams actually kicks Diaz on the way through, I think. That's what caused him the problem. He might be injured here, Nico Williams. As he hits it. Diaz with a great challenge, and Williams kicks Diaz on the way through. Well, Nico Williams, VAR have said that it's Nico Williams who kicks Ruben Diaz, so it's not a penalty. They're not going to check it. I mean, it's offside anyway. But it was poor from Diaz there. Unaware of Igor Jesus behind him. But Nico Williams is struggling here. He kicks into Diaz's boot that blocks it. And he might be in a bit of trouble here, the Welshman. He really might. Bernardo Silva seems to have a muscular injury. He's just, you know, completely walked off. It was a good bit of play from Igor Jesus. Drifts that left-hand side. Then he gets the shot off. Hits it powerful, low, hard at the near post. And it's a good save by Donnarumma. So, he's getting his shin strapped up here, Nico Williams. I think he's going to play on. I think he's going to be okay. So, Pep Guardiola giving a bit of discussions to Semenyo and Foden here. Tactical discussions. We'll see what that might involve. I think he's asking him to come very narrow, really, Semenyo and co. And Nico Williams is still taking his time to get up here. I mean, the goal comes from two of City's, you know, additions this season. Semenyo in January, Shirky in summer. Two very special players. Very good signings. Hugo Viana. Well, it looks like the skin's come off the knee of Nico Williams, but I'm not sure that's the problem. He's skinned his knee, but I don't think that is the issue. It's the shin area that Nico Williams is causing problems. And they're giving a really good strapping up on his leg. I think it's... I mean, he's wearing very small shin pads, Nico Williams, it seems. Which seems to be the thing for footballers right now, that the trend to wear small shin pads. It does mean when you get kicked in the shins, it's going to hurt, isn't it? And that one hurts. That one hurts, doesn't it, for Nico Williams? And the Forest physio is getting some attention here. He's got a mod haircut, hasn't he? With the big sideburns, and they're liking that. The cameramen. There's Mark Gay. Rodri. Off to Diaz on this right-hand side. Ruben Diaz. I think if we had a better player than Diaz on the ball, that would improve us offensively. I don't think Diaz is particularly good on the ball, but what he offers defensively outweighs that. Shirky. Pressure from Anderson. Shirky wide to Nunes. Back to Diaz. Ruben Diaz switches it towards Mark Gay on the left-hand side. Rodri the deepest of everyone now. Gay and Diaz much further forward. Ait Nuri. Back into Shirky. Good pass into Diaz there. Brilliant from Ryan Shirky. Ait Nuri still wide left here. Diaz looks wide left again to Ait Nuri. His body's and options in the middle here. Ait Nuri, Shirky. Ait Nuri. Back to Shirky. Shirky away from Dominguez into Ait Nuri. Back to Shirky. Back over to Ait Nuri. Cut out by Olareiner. That's poor from City. Counter comes again for Palace. Is Olareiner. Ball in behind to Jesus here. He's onside, Jesus. And he's not. He tried to get back onside Igor Jesus, but he's offside. Well, City playing an incredibly high line. Incredibly high line. Igor Jesus tries to get himself back in his own half after making the run. By that time, he's already too late. Nice ball by Aina. Nice ball by Aina, but he should have played it first time, actually. Gives Jesus too much work to do. Well, and City give it away again here. Here's Igor Jesus. Turns away from Gay. Sangare. Forced backwards. City have been sloppy at times today. I think they've been particularly sloppy at times today. In areas that you just don't expect them to be. Murillo. Lifts it up towards Dominguez. Good header by Mark Gay. Hits the hand of Bernardo Silva on the way through. And the referee gives a free kick Crystal Palace's way. Bernardo Silva's confused by that decision. He's saying that he touched his shoulder here. We'll see it again. Well, he does hit the shoulder of Bernardo Silva. But his arm is outstretched. Probably is handball. And the referee gives a free kick. Bernardo Silva happy by it. I don't think this referee is going to be a popular one today by the end of today's game. I have a feeling. We go over to Finalysis. You can rate the referee after the game as well on the Finalysis app. That's the place to go. I'll be rating him on there as well. Ball over top here. Gibbs White takes it down. Milenkovic. Back to Gibbs White. Good tackle by Bernardo Silva. Shirky chests it straight into the path of Anderson. And Forest go backwards here. Back all the way to goalkeeper Matt Sells. He went under pressure. Struggles. Well, Chelsea have equalised at Villa Park. João Pedro. Battle for top four. 35th minute goal from João Pedro. Anderson outmuscled by Bernardo Silva. Passing to Semenyo. Well played, Bernardo. Semenyo across towards Aitnuri. Well played. Semenyo goes into the wide left-hand channel there. Looking for maybe a return pass from Aitnuri. Rodri switched it well to Ruben Diaz. Diaz. Matheus Nunes. Into Bernardo Silva. Semenyo makes the run. Bernardo's gone with him. Semenyo can head it down. They've headed it away. I think when Semenyo makes that run, City have got to look to Aitnuri there, Bernardo. Bernardo again here. Brings it forward again for City. Bernardo. This time he does go wide left to Aitnuri. Into the left-hand channel towards Semenyo. Up against Shai Cunha once more. Semenyo. Back to Aitnuri. Shirky. Gabe. Wide left again towards Aitnuri. Against Aitnuri. Ryan Shirky. Ball through to Foden. What a ball. Foden might get there. He does get there. Pull it back. Foden pulls it back. Bernardo Silva clips it in. Haaland can't attack it. Murillo away. And Dominguez on and counter Forest now with Morgan Gibbs White. And Mark Gay, good defending by Gay. Absolutely class. Absolutely class for Mark Gay again there. Cuts it out. What a chance. I think Foden did the right thing. I think Bernardo's little lofted pass wasn't. Trying to loft it to Haaland, but he didn't get it over Murillo. Gay to Foden. Diaz. Bernardo. Foden. Terrible from Phil Foden again. It's absolutely rubbish from Foden. Gives it straight back to the opposition. Anderson here, fouled by Nunes. But what is Phil Foden doing before that? The pass from Foden is really poor. He needs to be a lot better than that, Phil Foden. Just gives it away in so many poor areas today. Time and time again, he does it again there, Phil Foden. And he's given the ball away way too often so far in this first half. And it's something that I would look at and say, maybe we change it. Pep Guardiola, maybe we change Phil Foden here. Because it's not been great from Foden at all. Forest the ball forward here. Mark Gay wins the header. Well played. Semenyo keeps it in. Bernardo flicks it onto Shirky. Rodri. Foden. City can make some happen again here. Foden. Haaland's making a run. Foden. Through to Haaland here. Haaland's in. Haaland past Sells and puts it wide of the post. Very tight angle for Erling Haaland. I think he just wasn't sure what Foden's going to do there, Erling Haaland. By the time he gets it off him, it's too late. What a pass from Rodri, though. I think Haaland's got it. I think Haaland goes to the lift there, really. But Murillo's actually covering the line. I think he wants to lift it over Sells. He's probably right to do so in the position. It comes to him very far left to try and hit it. So he wants to go for the lift, but he can't do. Just can't do because of Murillo's position. Aitnuri wins the header. And Rodri back across to Ruben Diaz. Well, towards Matheus Nunes. Well played, Rodri. Here's Gay for Manchester City. We're approaching the half-time whistle here. 42 minutes gone. Gay. Diaz. Aitnuri wide left to Shirky. Come on, let's make it 2 City before the break. Could be very happy. I mean, Forest are happy, aren't they, at the moment, I think. Very happy with the 1-0. Really. Could have been more. Shirky switched it to Rodri. Great touch by Rodri into Foden. Nunes back to Foden. Heavy touch by Foden. Has to go back to Diaz. But I'm a bit worried about Foden today. Glimpses of Foden we know, but also a little bit sloppy. Shirky. What a ball through to Semenyo here. Semenyo in behind. Ball into the box. It's heavy for Haaland and away by Nico Williams. Out to Nunes. Back onto Bernardo. City and go again here. Back onto Nunes again. Nunes. Anderson cuts it out well. Did he go out for a corner? I don't know. Bernardo go and wins it off Anderson, throwing Manchester City. Well played, Bernardo Silva. Brilliant from the man in the middle. Brilliant from the captain. Foden. Shirky. Well played under pressure from Anderson there. Aitnuri, Shirky again. Back to Gay. Okay, here. Oh, brilliant again from Mark Gay. Shirky with a poor touch. He's dispossessed by Sangare. After great work from Gay. City have been sloppy at times here, and Iron's going to go for a big switch here. Diaz cuts it out. Rodri away to Nunez. One of you go for it. Rodri does against Anderson. It's a foul on Diaz, really, from Anderson. The referee thinks not. Twice now, a bit of miscommunication between Diaz and his teammate. Who's going for it? Who's going to go and win that ball? Murillo. Gibbs White dealt with well by Aitnuri. Oh, he skips past Gibbs White. City on a counter here. Aitnuri, White to Shirky, slammed into by Sangare. It's got to be a yellow card, that, for Sangare for that late challenge there on Rin Aitnuri in the centre. There's going to be 4 added minutes. I think most of that comes from the Nico Williams injury. And the yellow card does come out for Ibrahima Sangare here. Very, very late challenge on Aitnuri, and he gets the yellow card, rightfully so. City just decision making in the final third sometimes been lacking. It's a nasty one from Sangare. Well, it doesn't mean it. It works out to be quite a painful one for Aitnuri. Both his legs clattered together. He's obviously trying to win the ball, but Aitnuri too quick. He's already passed it by the time the tackle comes in. Foden over this free kick. Say Foden's quality hasn't been amazing today. We'll have to see. Play it short to Semenyo. Semenyo down the outside. Semenyo across the box here. How have we not scored? Erling Haaland misses a tap in. What a ball across the box by Antoine Semenyo. And Erling Haaland should be burying that. Oh, he missed it by a millimetre, Erling Haaland, for 2. Should be 2. A big miss by Erling Haaland. A big, big miss from Erling Haaland there. A big miss by Erling Haaland. Here's Aitnuri. Haaland should be scoring that. Shirky. Back to Margay, but disappointed Erling Haaland there. That's the chance he should be burying, really. A man of his quality. Here's Rodri. Into Aitnuri's path. Aitnuri. Great feet by unbelievable from Aitnuri. Wow. Oh, another late one Aitnuri here. This time by Dominguez. Referee plays advantage. Gay, Shirky. Into Haaland. Haaland the ball across the box here. It's an ambitious pass by Erling Haaland. Not really something that he does very well. And it's out for a goal kick. The chance before that Semenyo puts across to Erling Haaland. I feel like we should score that. I just feel like that should be scored there. City should be scoring that one, really. And Erling Haaland, it's disappointed he's not put that one in the back of the net. Goal kick Forest, Matt Sells to send it long here. My grandma could have scored. That's his ultra game. He's a millimetre away. I don't know how he's not done it. You know, in these big moments, these big games, a man like him, he needs to be scoring those chances, Erling Haaland, really. I really think he should. Here's Mark Gay. Ryan Aitnuri. Back to Gay. He's got to send this long here. Sends it long on the left foot to Semenyo. For the back of him comes Jad Cunha. Semenyo gets there and he wins a throw in Semenyo. He has been brilliant today, Semenyo. Absolutely brilliant. Maybe even more comfortable off that left-hand side. He's so strong and he fights for everything. His work off the ball is always impressive. Very impressive, really. Always wants to, try and do something going forward. Milenkovic going back to Matt Sells here. And the half-time whistle is coming. I, of course, will be going over to the Finalysis app half-time, turning my passion into power and putting my half-time thoughts in the feed. You guys can go over and do that as well. Reply to my half-time thoughts. I can reply to yours. Half-time, Manchester City 1, Forest 0. Semenyo opens the scoring. Haaland should have made it 2. Antoine Semenyo fizzed it across the box. He's been absolutely brilliant, Antoine Semenyo. So like I said, I'm going to go over to analysis, make my thoughts known. I'll see you after this short break for the second half, where City need to keep this pressure on this Forest side and get some more goals.
Got enough of every melody, they all sound the same. Yeah, for my broken heart, no remedy, but maybe if you stay, we can get away with it. 'Cause you make me love my imperfections, answer all my questions, just to show me what's on the other side of inhibition. No apologies, my baby. I do you do 'cause I'm feeling so good. Ooh. I do you do 'cause I'm feeling so good. Ooh. Oh, my darkest memories, now let me fall back. But you'll be there, ready to rescue me if I go out of track. We can get away with it. 'Cause you make me love my imperfections, answer all my questions, just to show me what's on the other side of inhibition. No apologies, my baby. I do you do 'cause I'm feeling so good. Cause you make me love my imperfections. jugging. Dissect your hand if your hand in my putting, put two in your man if your man keep a looking. Act like a poopy, your wrist get tooken. I'm not the type to go fuck with them niggas who fuck with them niggas who stay on some fish. Oh, young and trapping out the bando, from the ceiling fan to the damn floor, trying to stack my money up, cause that's the only way we can go. Tell my mama that I'm okay, see the money coming through the doorway. Got a bad bitch with a lot of money, that's foreplay. Okay, they watching me, they watching me, they watching me. They watching me, they watching me, they watching me. They watching me, they watching me, they watching me. They watching me, they watching me, they watching me.
You got me trapped inside this spell. Now I feel it. Now I feel it. Your demons drag me close to hell. I can feel it.
Too cold, standing in the middle of the downpour, looking in the mirror 'cause it's only you that you have to love. Headed backward on a one-way, trying to stop from running but you can't wait. Bury all the evidence you don't need love when you crash and burn. A red light,
I can feel them. I can feel them. I can feel them. Do well. I can feel them. I can feel them. I can feel them. I can feel them pull me down.
So welcome back to the second half. Manchester City versus Nottingham Forest. The City side are back on the field. The Forest side are coming back out as well. I went over to Finalysis and turned my passion into power. In partnership with Sky Sports, Finalysis are launching this app to make fans have a chance to make their opinion count, basically. When it comes to your club, you guys know best. I've gone over there to give my halftime thoughts. I hope you guys have been over there to give your halftime thoughts. So Antoine Semenyo's goal is the difference at half-time. Manchester City lead by 1-0 here over this Nottingham Forest side. And it is Antoine Semenyo. Really, really good goal. Ryan Shirky magic. Step overs, dribbles it, carries it into the box. Plays it, a good crosser, sort of cut back at mid-air. It's sort of an awkward height, actually. But Semenyo gets a left-footed finish on it. And City had the lead. City had more chances. Haaland missing 1 millimetre away, stretching for another. City come out for the second half. Hopefully to get a win here. So underway for the second half then. 0, Shazza is here. Hello to you. City 1-0 up here at the Etihad. Second half underway. Donnarumma plays it short. Just left-hand side to Ait-Nouri. I think it's been fantastic today, really, Ait-Nouri. I really do. I think he's been really, really good. Mark Gay. And across to Diaz. Well, Forest have got to be a bit more aggressive in their press, I think, in this second half. Need to be a bit more on Manchester City. It's been a little bit too easy. Here is Bernardo Silva. Here's Bernardo Silva. Well, they work it towards Shirky into Bernardo under a bit of pressure here. Plays it back off to Diaz. Wide right towards Nunez. Across towards Mark Gay. Good play. Really good play there by City. Well, Arsenal still lead by 1-0 as well at the Amex. Start that second half. I suspect it'll stay that way with a win for Arsenal. Shirky. Mark Gay. They certainly are being a bit more aggressive now, Brighton on Forest on City. Trying to close us down a little bit more as Foden tries to flick it on. It's poor from Foden. City get it back to Mark Gay, but it's really poor from Foden again here. Gibbs White took a bit of a knock here on the knee there as he ran away. Here's Rodri for City. Rodri onto Diaz. Diaz pushing forward here. Wide right towards Matheus Nunes. Been a bit wasteful on that right side City with Nunes and Diaz. A bit more quality from there. I feel like we could open Forest up here. Bernardo. Rodri. Nunes. Matheus Nunes. Good drive from Nunes. Ball behind to Phil Foden here. Mario reads it. Clears away on his far as Rodri. Nunes. Away from Anderson, Matheus Nunes. Back out to Rodri. Foden. Nunes again. Into Ait-Nouri. Has gone very narrow here now, Ait-Nouri. Try to do too much though, Ait-Nouri doesn't need to. He spins away Ait-Nouri. Step overs from Ait-Nouri. Ait-Nouri keeps going here. Ait-Nouri still. Ait-Nouri looking to get a ball into the box. He's got to cross it eventually. Doesn't do. Into the penalty area and then tackle in the end, Ait-Nouri. And City go and win it back again through Phil Foden. Bernardo back to Rodri. But again, sustained pressure from Manchester City. Bernardo. Shirky. But Ait-Nouri needs to get back to this left-hand side now. Shirky to Bernardo. City absolutely all over Forest here. And I've not seen domination in a game like this since, well, since what, 2023 when City won the treble? Really dominating a team. Forest are very poor, but they still could nick something here. Bernardo Silva. It's only one. Nunes. Looks to cross it, decides against it. Chance again, Nunes. Nunes still. Nunes still driving. Nunes still. Pulls it back out to Bernardo Silva. Rodri. Ait-Nouri. Just trying to break down this Forest side. Ait-Nouri. Shirky. Pressure from Sangare. Back he has to go to Mark Gay. Under pressure here. Shirky across towards Diaz. Pressure from Gibbs White looking to cut that one out to get away with it. Diaz. Terrible from Diaz, and that has been a problem today. Ruben Diaz's quality. Diaz's quality in the final, you know, when he steps off the halfway line has been poor. He's looking up to get caught out again there. That is where the issues lie. Here's Bernardo Silva. Bernardo. Bernardo still. Bernardo, brilliant! Bernardo Silva shoots off! Wide from Bernardo. Bernardo Silva just self-saved that, maybe not. Weaves his way through Bernardo past Nico Williams and Elliot Anderson and Murillo here. It's brilliant from Bernardo. He just keeps going. Just keeps going, and he hits the shot. And I think it's the hands of Matt Sells that keep it out. Great save by Sells. Fantastic feat from Bernardo Silva. Absolutely rolling back the years here, Bernardo. This has been the Bernardo Silva when City signed him, when he was playing on the right side for AS Monaco. When he first caught the attention of Pep Guardiola and the City scouts. Great save by Sells. Fantastic from Bernardo Silva. Corner ball. Shirky in. Far post to Rodri. Heads it down here. Away by Palace. Semenyo can't take it off Dominguez. Clips into Anderson. Anderson puts it out for a throw in here. Can't get it under his spell here, Elliot Anderson. He's struggling here, Anderson. As are most of the Forest players. Under so much pressure. City go back to Diaz. Mark Gay under pressure on Dominguez. Cross to Rodri. Foden. Nunes. Bernardo. Nunes. Mark Gay in so much space. Nunes can't find him. He goes back towards Diaz. But well played. You know, you've got Rodri and Diaz dropping deep, or Gay whenever necessary to try and help us with that build-up play. Shirky on the wide left now. Ryan Shirky. Semenyo. Aitnuri. Shirky. Switch of play to Nunes here. Nunes heads it against Williams. Lumped away by Murillo. Diaz against Igor Jesus. Leaves it. Mark Gay. Good touches by Gay. Takes a sting out of any attack there, Mark Gay. I think he has been very, very, very good today, Mark Gay. I really do. He's looked really good today. Bernardo, Aitnuri as well. He's been spectacular. Semenyo. Aitnuri. Rodri, Bernardo. Back to Rodri. Mark Gay. City is drawing Forest out a little bit here to try and bring him on to us. And we try and play in those spaces through the pockets behind them, Diaz. But he can't find a pass in the pockets, Diaz. It's not really his game. Back onto Diaz here on the right side. He's got Nunes to one side of him. Diaz onto Nunes. It's not the greatest of passes. Nunes does well with it, though. Back out to Foden. Foden, Bernardo, Diaz. City patient. Ruben Diaz. Matheus Nunes. Bernardo Silva again. Aitnuri leads it to Shirky. Shirky. Shirky, great skill. Shirky! Oh, wonderful skill by Shirky. But then the right foot, he blazed it over the bar. Fantastic skill. He's so frustrated with himself. He should score there. Crazy skill by Shirky here. Away from Dominguez. Ah, you've got to keep it low. Just leaning back. It's too much power on it, Shirky. There's a little bit of a push from Dominguez as well. It puts him off. But he should be scoring that. At least get it on target. Here is Milenkovic. Jai Cunha sends it long here. Gay against Olerainer. It's a Manchester City throw in. It comes off Olerainer. He won't give it to Gay. And towards Aitnuri. Shirky. Great pass to Bernardo Silva. Phil Foden. Nunes got off for more space here on the far side. Foden. Foden still. Ryan Aitnuri. Foden. Aitnuri. Semenyo. Good play from Semenyo again there as well off this left-hand side. Rodri. Out to Shirky. Down towards Diaz and back into Shirky. Well played together there. Been a good game. Been a very good game, I think. Dominant from City. Nunes. Forest are just trying to get one on the counter, aren't they? I mean, they might throw some wingers on Hudson-Odoi, Batwa, as we get towards the 70th minute maybe, Pereira, if it's still 1-0. Shirky. Bernardo. Foden. Rodri. Diaz again. Pressure from Igor Jesus. Bernardo back to Diaz. And City play out and away. Cross to Mark Gay. Turn by Bernardo Silva. Bernardo brings the ball forward. He carries it forward here, Bernardo. Bernardo through to Haaland. Nice idea. Doesn't work out. Gibbs White looks to counter. Aitnuri makes a good challenge on him. Gibbs White goes down. The referee gives a free kick there. It was never a free kick. He just gives it anyway. The referee just he's desperate to give the free kick there, referee. He really is. That was a good challenge by Aitnuri. Just kicks the ball away from Gibbs White. It goes down. And Gibbs White scrambling, trying to grab the ball with his hands there. The referee sees Gibbs White handball it and he says, well, I've got to give a free kick now because I'm not going to give handball. It's very rare to see a referee do that. Milenkovic. Murillo, the first bit of possession here of the second half of Nottingham Forest. Gibbs White. Milenkovic. Oh, Murillo's lost it. Rodri wins it off Sangare. Counter City. Here's Haaland here. On to Shirky. There's no pass on to the left-hand side. He needs Semenyo there with him. Here's Bernardo. Matheus Nunes down this right-hand side. Nunes drives. Nunes down to the byline. Nunes. Terrible cross by Nunes. Really over it's that Nunes. His crosses haven't been on it today, Nunes, I wouldn't say. Say he's been quite wasteful on that right-hand side. And Forest is going to make a change. I said about they bringing on some more pacey players, some more attacking players. Well, there you are. Callum Hudson-Odoi is coming on now. Very, very predictable from Forest, isn't it? Bring that pacey attacking player on now. And maybe they take off a defensive player for that. Mario, Anderson. Back to Milenkovic. Across towards Cunha. Here's Anderson. Bringing Hudson-Odoi on is very attacking from Forest, I think. It shows they are going to show attacking intent in the second half. They know City tend to drop off in those second halves. Mario. Gives it straight to Rodri again. City need to pounce this opportunity. On to Shirky by Bernardo Silva. Shirky back wide to Bernardo. Bernardo back to Foden on the turn here. Foden with a terrible touch. And he gives it away, Phil Foden. And here is Morgan Gibbs-White against Nunes. And he turns Nunes. Good play from Gibbs-White. Semenyo can't win it off Dominguez. And they play it out wide here to Oleraina. And there is a rare foray forward for the opposition. Aina tries to run Aitnieri. Aina into the far post here. Jesus back in. Gibbs-White with a back heel. What a goal. There you go. What a goal by Morgan Gibbs-White. Back heel by Gibbs-White. Beats Donnarumma 1-1. The City give it away on the attack and City get caught on the counter. Shocking. Shocking defending. Been so good today, Manchester City. So good. Fantastic goal by Gibbs-White. But it's really poor by City to concede that. Really poor to concede that. Nunes here. He's got to foul Gibbs-White on the halfway line. He doesn't. Dominguez. Semenyo doesn't win it either. Aitnieri gets completely outdone for pace here on the far side by Oleraina. Lifts it to the far post. And Matheus Nunes, who's been poor today, as Ruben Diaz at times. And what a wonderful, well thought goal by Gibbs-White. A back heel through the legs of Diaz into the back of it. That is an absolutely spectacular finish by Morgan Gibbs-White. And that's the difference between us and Forest maybe in the final third. One shot, one goal. Manchester City in the final third haven't done it. What a goal by Gibbs-White. That is spectacular. I mean, he missed a much easier chance earlier on in the game in the first half. What a goal from Morgan Gibbs-White. 1-1. And that is a big goal, not only for Forest, but for Arsenal as well. It really is. Foden. Forest are level. And now they'll sit back again. Rodri. Aitnieri and City need to be more clinical in front of goal here. Rue that Erling Haaland chance that he missed, really. Semenyo. Rodri. And I'd get Phil Foden off here, really. Bernardo Silva for City. Bernardo shot blocked. Shirky on the rebound, blocked by Nunes and cleared away by Mario. Nunes blocked his own team shot there. Diaz heads it back to Forest again. Bernardo and Anderson who takes it away from him. Cleared away. It might fall to Howard against Matt Sells, and Matt Sells comes out and claims it. But you can feel the momentum change now. I feel like Matheus Nunes should do better. And City have got it up the level now, haven't they? Played well. Not enough. Oleraina. Forward here. Diaz. Terrible header by Diaz again. Who's having a bit of a trouble here. Gibbs-White again. And into Gaigo Jesus, who hits it and blocked by Foden. And Rodri pounces upon it. And Gaigo Jesus tries to win it back and City get it back. And Jesus throws himself down. And Matheus Nunes cleans it straight back to Forest. And Nunes is really struggling here, him and Diaz. And in behind Nunes. And Nico Williams. The chance of getting away by Diaz. Back out to Forest again. Anderson. Anderson and falls over early. Anderson. Rodri. Haaland. Foul by Mario. Should be a free kick to Manchester City. The referee gives it. And a yellow card for Mario here for that foul on Erling Haaland now. But City really struggling. Really struggling. City really under pressure now. Forest have got that momentum. It swings in their favour as it does in second halves of football. We saw that coming maybe. Maybe we saw that coming. And Vita Pereira now his side. He's got bringing Hudson-Odoi on anymore, I don't think. I think he's going to sit off in that decision. We'll have to see. Nunes wide right, but Matheus Nunes is struggling here today. I think he's been poor. Nunes and Diaz have been probably the poorest players in the field alongside Phil Foden. Maybe Erling Haaland included in that. The others have been great. Nuri. Mark Gay. Oh, he's lost it as well now, and City are all over the place. City are in trouble again here. Diaz in a foot race with Dominguez. Diaz does so well to win it. Saves us there, Diaz, after Mark Gay's mistake. Wins a throw. Manchester City are really struggling here. Momentum has swung. The wind is in the sails of Nottingham Forest, and Manchester City are all over the place. Absolutely all over the place. Really struggling. Really struggling. So Jeremy Doku's getting ready for Manchester City. Here's Bernardo Silva. Wide to Erling Haaland, who drives the Forest defence here. Haaland hits one! Deflected onto the roof of the net. Behind for a corner, but good work from Erling Haaland there. Nice work from Erling. Drifted out to the right hand side, drives in, takes on Murillo, hits a shot off the boot of Murillo. Behind for a corner to City. Pep Guardiola is ready and changes. And it's going to be Nuri coming across to take the corner here. All smiles from Erling Haaland, but I'd rather he didn't smile and just put the ball in the back of the net. Cross to come in here from Ryan Nuri. In swinger from City's Algerian. He's been very good today. Nuri in. It's deep. It's in there! Rodri! And Manchester City are back in front. And it's Rodri with the goal. And City back in front just like that. Wonderful in-swinger from Ryan Nuri. It's deep. It's right on top of the Forest goalkeeper. Rodri attacks it. Matt Sells says he's being fouled here, the goalkeeper. Well, that's the way it goes, Matt Sells. That is the Premier League season this year. No, it's not a foul on Matt Sells. Rodri comes in, and what a header by Rodri. There's not a foul on Matt Sells at all. Williams and Haaland fighting together. Sells pushes away Haaland. And a good header by Haaland, by Rodri. Back at it. Does it come off Semenyo? I don't know. Rodri's claimed it, but it might be Antoine Semenyo it hits there. Nikola Milinkovic has got a yellow card here for complaining. And City are 2-1 up now. Well, I don't know why Milinkovic is complaining here. Morgan Gibbs White's complaining as well. And so it is Dominguez for Hudson-Odoi. It's going to be a change of formation for Forest. They're going to go more attacking now with Callum Hudson-Odoi coming on. That is the first goal City have scored in the second half of a Premier League game at home since the start of the year. And I've not been there for it. First one I've missed. Fantastic. Good header by Rodri. City scoring from a set piece here. How important have set pieces become in the Premier League this season? Incredibly important, haven't they? Well, the fans are up for this now. The City fans are bringing the atmosphere here at the Etihad now. They know the title is on. They know it's a title race. They know how big these games are. He's made up for his early mistakes, Ultra Gamer. Yeah, the actual early mistake he made was a foul on him. And if VAR had checked it, I'm sure they would have given it as a foul. Shirky is offside here. Poor from Shirky. And Forest are going to have to come forward again now. But they're looking more positive, Forest, straight away since that goal. Bit of confidence for him. All right. Shai Cunha. Sangare. Pressing by Bernardo. Shai Cunha. Sangare. Gibbs White. Flick forward here. Bernardo takes it away. Semenyo. Great touches by Semenyo. Gibbs White makes a challenge on him. It's a good challenge, all Reiner. And now Rodri on Reiner. City press. Reiner wants his team to make the runs in behind there. Milenkovic given away by Gibbs White. Aitnuri, Rodri, Shirky. Slammed into Shirky by Anderson. Referee says no free kick, play on. Shirky gets back up. Igor Jesus, Anderson. Great switch of play to that left-hand side towards Williams. The game's certainly opening up now. Here's Williams. Anderson. Back to that far side to Hudson-Odoi up against Nunes here. Hudson-Odoi with the ball in. Chance for Igor Jesus. They're going to get away by City's man Mark Gay, and Shirky sends it long to Haaland to chase against Milenkovic here. And Haaland is bearing down on Milenkovic. And Milenkovic plays it back to Sells, just enough on it by Milenkovic. Jaicunya. Sells. Pressure from Haaland. He's got to send it long here. Sells. Diaz against Igor Jesus, can't win the header. And Rodri all the way back through to his goalkeeper. Donnarumma, well played by City's goal scorer. But this game is opening up. This game is becoming lively. And the game at the Amex still stays the same. Bukayo Saka's 9th minute goal. They give the Arsenal lead. Brighton can't find a way through that Arsenal defence. Mark Gay. Bernardo. Rodri. Nunes. Bernardo Silva. Rodri. Rodri for City. Foden. Rodri again. Aitnuri. Semenyo. Rodri once more. Runners from Nunes. Still a long way to go. Half an hour to go in this one for City. Still not over yet. Rodri. Bernardo Silva. Rodri again. Wide towards Ruben Diaz, overlapping on this right-hand side. Back into Bernardo. Bernardo Silva. Rodri. Foden. Under pressure as well. Aitnuri. Shirky. Aitnuri once more. City again, once again in this controlling state. And Forest once again in a very defensive state. Two staying forward. Ready for the counter if necessary. City knock it around well. Rodri over to Shirky, who finds himself on this far side now. Ryan Shirky. Here's Nunes. Bernardo. Rodri. Can City find a way through? Rodri again. Bernardo once more. Shirky. Looking to take Hudson-Odoi and back towards Rodri. City very much in control of this, but Forest always looking to try and win the ball, hit a counter-attack. Pounce upon a mistake from City. Mark Gay. Aitnuri. Rodri under pressure from Anderson here and back towards Diaz. Forest just coming out of the shell a little bit now. Bernardo with a pass. It's a poor one from Bernardo. The counter Forest again here. But Aitnuri's lost out to Gibbs White. And Aitnuri does so well to win it back, Aitnuri. And he goes in for the challenge as well. And he never touches Jaicunya there. And the referee gives a free kick how long afterwards? There's a long think about it as the referee, and then he gives the free kick. Vitor Pereira deep in thought here, writing his notes. West Ham United have got a goal at Fulham, and that is massive in the relegation fight. Goal for Crysencio Somerville. Wow. Very interesting, because West Ham now are climbing out of that relegation zone. Not much, but a little bit. Ball in by Forest. Milenkovic down. Foden away, well played. City could counter here. Here's Antoine Semenyo. Into Foden. Back to Rodri. Well played. Nunes. City can attack again here. Matheus Nunes bringing it forward for City. Foden. West Ham are out of the relegation zone right now on 28 points, and Forest drop into it on 27. Massive game. That one is, if West Ham win that. Oh, Mark Gay has been very poor in the second half with his passing, and he's given it away again here. Chelsea currently 3-1 up at Villa. Goals from Cole Parr, another one from João Pedro. Man United 0, Newcastle 0. Anderson. Wide right towards Nico Williams. Back to Elliot Anderson, who's the man they want to get in the ball to create things. And he plays the ball into Gibbs White, who tries to take it on the spin. And it's out for a throw-in. Poor from Gibbs White, poor touch. Scored a really nice goal. Well, they're going to be in a bit difficult position, Forest, here with a defeat today. Here's Ryan Shirky for Manchester City. Shirky. Bernardo Silva. Rodri. Wide right to Nunez. Matheus Nunes for Manchester City. Rodri. Bernardo Silva, Rodri again. Back to Bernardo once more. Being pulled and pushed by Anderson. Rodri continually chased by Anderson. Nunez. Nunez away from Williams. Well played, Nunez. Back wide to Bernardo. Foden. Rodri. Across to Mark Gay. And come on, he made 2 mistakes in the ball here, Mark Gay. He needs to improve upon that. Aitner in this left-hand side. Shirky. Ryan Shirky. Ball through to Haaland. What a ball that is. Haaland gets there down the box. Penalty, Manchester City. Well, Ryan Shirky plays in Erling Haaland. He beats Matt Sells to it, who takes down Erling Haaland. It should be a penalty. Sells takes down Haaland. Takes down Erling Haaland. It's got to be a penalty. Well, VAR will check it. The referee doesn't give it. I mean, Matt Sells goes straight into the leg of Erling Haaland there. Does Sells... No penalty. Goal kick. No penalty. I'm surprised at that as Haaland goes through there. Should be a penalty in my eyes. Gibbs White. Foden wins it back. Haaland. Oh, City, come on. Wide to Nico Williams in a bit of trouble here. Forrest come down this left-hand side. Williams. Hudson-Odoi. Back out to Anderson. Sangare. Murillo. I think Pep Guardiola should be looking at making changes here. Maybe Jeremy Doku. Aitner. Back they go. Milenkovic. Forest had a lot more possession in the second half, been a lot better. City have got the goal they need. Or Forest to make a poor pass from Murillo to Williams. And they give City the ball back. And that sloppiness is helping City. Murillo is unhappy. It's going to be a throw-in for City on this far side. Well, surely Vitor Pereira doesn't get sacked from here after this one. But you won't put it past Marinakis, Mr. Marinakis, making that decision. Bernardo wide left to Aitner. Come on, City. Let's make it 3. We're too happy with a 1-goal lead, I think. Way too happy with a 1-goal lead. And as soon as Forest scored, City really started to push forward. Mark Gay well playing to Bernardo. Rodri. Cross to Diaz. We're working down this right-hand side. Ruben Diaz. Nunez. Back to Diaz. Back to Nunez again here. Chelsea are 4-up now. João Pedro hat-trick. Nunez. Oh, Nunez has been poor here and he's lost it on the far side again. Very bad from Nunez. Chance of Forest here. Callum Hudson-Odoi. Cross across the block by Diaz out for a throw-in. Is it? No. Hudson-Odoi keeps it in. But I'll be looking at taking Nunez off here for Kusanov. Crossing by Forest. Far post. It's over everyone. And behind for a goal kick. But I would be looking at probably bringing... Yeah, Pep Guardiola is thinking the same as me. Jeremy Doku comes on, as does Kusanov. I think Kusanov is going to be coming on for Nunez here. Because he's struggling here, Matheus Nunes. Jeremy Doku maybe for Phil Foden. Or Ryan Shirky, I think. I think Semenyo will stay on. Bernardo in towards Nunez. It was originally Ake and Doc. I think it was Gay coming off. Here's Foden. Foden gets going here. Foden. Foden keeps driving onto Shirky. Can't poke it through to Semenyo. Onto Aitner. Chance there. Foden, I think he picked the wrong pass. It was a heavy pass to Shirky. He did what he could with it. Shirky. Rodri. Bernardo Silva. Into Matheus Nunes. I think Pep Guardiola's frustrated with Nunes today and his performance hasn't been fantastic. Foden. Nunes. Rodri. City work it through the centre of the park now. Aitner wants it. Rodri to him, but it's an overhit pass. Leaves it to Semenyo. Shirky back to Rodri. Bernardo. Rodri again. Shirky and Foden. Foden's made a good run there. Bernardo. Shirky. Pressure's on. Back to Bernardo. They've been very disciplined, Forest. They'll cause teams problems, I'm sure, playing this way. Bernardo back to Shirky. Shirky. Foden. Anderson takes down Shirky off the ball there. That's a clear as day foul that the referee's missed. And Diaz fouls another off the ball. That is a clear foul on Shirky by Anderson, who clips the legs of Shirky so he can't get in the end of it. It's terrible from the referee. Really poor. Gibbs White. Ola Reiner. If they score now, that comes from that decision. Blocked by Ryan Aitnuri. But Forest keep the possession. Sangare. In towards Gibbs White against Aitnuri. Gibbs White looks to cross it. Can't do. Back he goes to Sangare. Aina makes the run. Aitnuri tackles him. Rodri taken out by Aina. Still no free kick the City's way. Anderson. Back to Elliot Anderson here. Anderson shoots! What a goal by Elliot Anderson, 2-2. Well, that comes from Shirky being fouled before the referee doesn't see it. 2-2, and City are in all sorts of trouble here. City are in big trouble here. Nottingham Forest equalised 2-2. They've got to come from behind again now. Have Manchester City. Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, Manchester United are down at Newcastle. They lead by 1-0 on Anthony Gordon Penn. A red card for Ramsey. West Ham still lead 1-0 at Fulham. Arsenal still lead 1-0 at Brighton. And Chelsea 4-up at Villa. City there. Anderson, little 1-2 with Sangare. Foden doesn't read the run of Anderson. A good finish by Elliot Anderson. Donnarumma can't save it. A very good finish by Elliot Anderson. Just have to score the next 15 minutes. Well, I don't think we're going to score. Very poor from City. There was a foul on Shirky before that in the build-up, but City had chances to win it back that the referee missed by Elliot Anderson, by the way. And Anderson goes and scores now and makes it 2-2. And this could be City's title race run. This could be the Manchester City title race run here. Doku is on. City have got to push it now. Got to push forward. Erling Haaland missed chances. Manchester City missed chances. How are we going to rue those missed chances? Semenyo's gone to the right. Doku to the left. Semenyo. Semenyo. On to Rodri. Rodri with a terrible pass. Kusanov can't win it. Kusanov goes and makes the challenge. Diaz in there. Wins it back for City. Kusanov. Bernardo Silva. Rodri. City have got to push here. Ryan Shirky. Through to Haaland here, who can't get in the end of it. Erling Haaland, I don't think, has been very good today. I don't know what that injury was he was carrying. But it certainly feels that it's not working today for Erling Haaland. The point's great for Forest, I suppose, in the position they're in. For Manchester City, it feels like it's title over, doesn't it? That feels like title over for Manchester City should they lose today. Big 15 minutes of football here at the Etihad. For not only Manchester City and Nottingham Forest, but for West Ham United. For Arsenal. Teams that are all involved in this. Kusanov watching it go out play for a throw-in. The referee stops here for another change. It's going to be Awoniyi coming on now for Igor Jesus. So a bigger, more mobile centre-forward in Awoniyi. Vitor Pereira bringing on another forward. Igor Jesus won't come off the field. He's taking his time. The referee's told him to go off where he's told him to go. Title over with 4 points behind, says Ultra Gamer. Yeah, but Ultra Gamer, if we beat Arsenal at home, we're still 1 point behind. So, it's not in our hands anymore. It's currently in our hands, isn't it? And a draw here today takes it out of our hands. Takes it completely out of our hands, doesn't it? So Kusanov to throw this in. Taking his time, Kusanov. Throws it into Semenyo. Flicks it on straight to Morgan Gibbs-White. Bernardo can't win it back off Gibbs-White. He turns and twists, and it's good play. And Anderson and Gibbs-White and back to Anderson. And I tell you what, Forest could go and win it here. On to Anderson. Cross in. Over everyone. Doku against Ulreiner. And here's Jeremy Doku. Doku slammed into by Morgan Gibbs-White. Foul by Gibbs-White. There's a foul by Anderson in the build-up for the Forest goal as well, that the referee didn't pick up on. Forest are up for this now. They feel like they could win this. They really do. Nunez. Semenyo. Poor by Kusanov it is, sorry. And here is Nico Williams. Semenyo tracks back. Anderson on the edge of the box again. Anderson. Anderson. Anderson drags his shot wide. Scuffs his shot, there's Elliot Anderson. But they push in here, Forest, for the winner. They can sense it. Another bad second half performance from Manchester City. A really bad second half performance by Manchester City. Wide to Kusanov. Arsenal bottles, it says Ultra Gamer. You're relying on Arsenal bottling it. And I mean, look at the goal they got today. A deflected goal by Saka. I think City are the ones that are going to throw it away unless they score a goal here today. Here's Ruben Diaz. Here's Mark Gay. Diaz. Savinho's getting ready for City as well here. Bernardo Silva. City going to need a late goal here. Bernardo. Rodri on the edge of the box. Rodri. Doku. Decides not to hit it. Doku. Doku does hit it and sends it right into the stands. Jeremy Doku. Poor by the Belgian. Well, so City, you know, in the final third have been wasteful. Erling Haaland's missed the chances today. Semenyo scored and Shirky's been wasteful as well. Ryan Shirky leaves the field for City. He's replaced by Savinho. Chance to Savinho to make up for what has been a poor season, I guess. With a return from injury today. And hopefully a good performance from Savinho. Pep Guardiola is trying to motivate his side. But I think even Pep Guardiola will know. Very difficult now for City. Very, very difficult now for the City side. Haaland. Out-muscled by Anderson. Awonyi. On to Gibbs-White. Doku can't win it back. And Doku's looked a bit weak since coming on here, really. Gibbs-White. City throw-in, is it? Linesman gives it Forest way. And this is big trouble. Well, Man United have equalised against Newcastle. It's the 10 men. Casemiro with the goal. Forest take the free kick backwards here. Back they go. Matt Sells lumps it away. Followed by Diaz. Bernardo. Anderson goes and heads it straight to Awonyi. Luckily he slips and Mark Gay clears it away to Kusanov. But City really looking in trouble here. Just don't look like the City side you'd expect, really, in a title race. We don't look at it at all. Here's Mark Gay forward for Manchester City. Wide left to Doku. It's going to take something very late for City to win this. 82 minutes on the clock at the Etihad. Gay. Diaz. Over top towards Nunez, who's gone to left back here. Away by the keeper, back out to Nunez. Nunez tries to turn. He's gone to left back, Nunez. He's kept it, Nunez. Nunez puts it into the box here and Sells catches it. Well, Nunez gone to left back. I knew he's come off. Kusanov. City are struggling here. They've got to win this game. Got to win this game, but it feels like it's not going to happen. Deflected there. Semenyo holds the ball to Doku. Doku. Another foul by Elliot Anderson. This time the referee doesn't miss it. Not like he missed it up in the build-up to the goal. And it's going to be a free kick, City. Rodri. The City fans saying, come on, City. Forest trying to slow the game down. Bernardo Silva. Kusanov made a good run there. Rodri. Pressure from Sangare. Rodri towards Savinho. Savinho goes on the outside and Nico Williams here. Gives it away. Mario away. Long and away to Awonyi. It's fouling Diaz. Diaz does really well, actually. Credit to Diaz there. Here's Mark Gay. Into Rodri. 5 minutes or so remaining this one. Savinho. Savinho on the outside. Savinho with the ball in, blocked away. Wins a corner for his side. Set piece for City again. We've scored from one. Can they score from another? Can they do an Arsenal? Keep scoring from those corners. Savinho really, I mean, if he scores the winner here today, that would really be his start of, you know, his City career perhaps, that's stalled in recent times. In by Bernardo. Header by Gay, away by... How's Mark Gay missed that? Sells stays down here. And Matt Sells is suddenly injured and needs treatment now, does the Forest goalkeeper. He's gone down holding his shoulder. It's not a foul on Sells, but Gay should score there. Should score there. So Matt Sells is okay. Big physical battle going on set pieces from Erling Haaland. Pep Guardiola's got a lot to think about here. Because he knows the title could be over here today. Ryan Cherki sat on the steps, not even on the bench. A dejected and frustrated City side. They've got Real Madrid coming up next week, haven't they, away from home? They're still taking the time here, the Forest. There'll be some added time here, but I think it's not going to be enough at the moment. City don't like scoring. City really don't like scoring here. Haaland wins it. Flicks it straight back to Forest, but Savinho's going to chase it down. Murillo. And Diaz will see this back towards goalkeeper Donnarumma. I mean, Donnarumma's not been very good today, I would say, the goalkeeper. Here's Rodri for City. Trying to bring the ball forward. Rodri. Doku. Doku's not been able to affect the game. You can see that he's back from injury a little bit, can't you? You can see he's not quite at it. Well, title winners would have to go on and win this game. Show the credentials, really. Savinho against Nico Williams. Savinho. Tackle, but back to Diaz. Swung in by Ruben Diaz. Haaland hits the header on it. Semenyo tries to take it down. Away by Anderson. Diaz wins it back. Rodri. All the pressure on from Mark Gay in Manchester City now. On to Diaz. Diaz, pass it, don't shoot. On to Kusanov. Savinho with space here. Savinho. Savinho. Cross to Semenyo. Rodri. Rodri the pass wide towards Savinho again here. Good touch by the Brazilian Savinho. Savinho. Rodri. Doku against Gibbs White here. Doku. Doku. Rodri. City pushing. Rodri back wide to Kusanov. Kusanov onto Bernardo Silva. City pushing. Bernardo. Bernardo. Edge of the box to Rodri, who misses it. Haaland is there. He's pulled down. He's pulled down by Jai Cunha as he tries to finish it off. No penalty, says the referee. Have a look, says Erling Haaland. Pulls the shirt of Erling Haaland, Jai Cunha. The referee says no penalty. VAR don't have a look. VAR have said play on. No penalty again for City. Bernardo Silva. Savinho. Savinho past Williams into the box here. Away by Milenkovic. Awonyu wins it in the air. Down towards Mark Gay. Ruben Diaz. City no. They've got minutes remaining here to score a goal. Diaz. Across the far post. Savinho. Williams heads it off Savinho behind for a goal kick. It's crap from Savinho. It's just typical Savinho. He just can't do anything, can he, right, unfortunately. The check is complete on the Haaland penalty, and they're going to make more change here, Forest. It's going to be Morato coming on for Nico Williams at left back, so another defensive player. And Ryan Yates is going to come on as well for Nottingham Forest. For Morgan Gibbs White, fantastic goal from him. So it looks like Arsenal are going to get all 3 points at Brighton. And it looks like Manchester City are not going to get the 3 points at home to Forest, which is a massive twist in this title race. Massive twist. And City will be 7 points behind Arsenal with a draw here today. 7 points behind Arsenal. And Forest now hanging on. They're taking their time. The 90th minute is about to be hit. 20 seconds away from it. Manchester City, not good enough. Erling Haaland, not good enough today. Up top. Doku can't take that down. Away by Anderson. 7 points to the game in hand, but you've still got to win that game in hand, so it's still 7 points. Ryan Yates in behind to Awonye here. There will be 7 added minutes at the Etihad. Awonye against Diaz. And Forest get a corner here. And they're going to hold this in the corner flag. 7 added minutes at the Etihad. But Manchester City. Forest fans are wanting their team to attack here. Pep Guardiola is frustrated with Diaz. Pep Guardiola is very frustrated with his side here. Corner ball for Forest. Corner ball for Forest. It's going to be swung in here by Elliot Anderson. They are going to go for it, Forest, from this set piece. They are going to go for it. In by Anderson. Header! Oh, what a miss by Ryan Yates. A free header. And Captain Yates puts it wide. He should have won it. Inches away, he should have won it for Forest there, Ryan Yates. And City come forward the other way now from the goal kick. What a miss by Ryan Yates. Wow. Rodri, Diaz, Bernardo, what a miss by Ryan Yates. Here's Mark Gay. Well, title contenders, you've got to go and win these sort of games in the last minutes, haven't you? 2 minutes added at Brighton. I think Arsenal won that one by 1-0. Savinho. Pass one. Into the box here. Milenkovic away. And headed behind for a corner again by Morato. And another corner. City will swing on top of that. Matt Sells and try and find the breakthrough. Big trouble. Bernardo to swing it in. Haaland is going to stand around the goalkeeper again, but someone's going to go and attack it. Crosses it in. Poor cross in. Doku. Back to the far post to Haaland here. Aina away. Savinho takes it. Savinho still. Savinho. Cross the box here. Rodri. Oh, wide the post by Rodri. And he wants a penalty, Rodri. Rodri wants a penalty. The referee's going to check it. Rodri's down. The referee has got decisions to make in VAR. Rodri goes down here. Forest player slides in on him. We'll have to see here as Rodri hits it. Good work from Savinho. I think Anderson jumps in on Rodri as he hits it. We'll see it here. Oh, it's a penalty. Anderson kicks Rodri as he shoots. It's a penalty. Check complete. No penalty, says VAR. I'm surprised at that. As Rodri hits, he's kicked by Anderson. No penalty. Anywhere else on the pitch, that's a free kick. It should be a penalty. VAR says no. VAR says no. It should have been a penalty. The referee says no. There have been a few opportunities. And the goalkeeper's been booked for taking too long now, Matt Sells, but I think that was City's time up. I think that should have been a penalty on Rodri, but it's not been given. He's taking his time here. Matt Sells and long and away. And City are struggling. And City come forward now. Bernardo, Diaz, we've got to play it forward, City. Bernardo across to Diaz. Savinho, round the outside again, Savinho. Ball into the box, Savinho. Edge of the box, Haaland's pulled down at the far post. Referee says no. Diaz. Bernardo. You can do what you want to Erling Haaland, as we know. Rodri taken down by Ryan Yates. Free kick Manchester City. City are struggling here. Hope they win to CC Morrison. Well, I don't think it's going to happen. I think Manchester City have thrown it away. I think City have thrown it away. Nunez has been poor today, I would say. In the final third, Diaz, I think, struggled defensively. Gay, after a great first half, has struggled in the second half. And Forest are going to get a point away at the Etihad. There's only 1 minute remaining. Semenyo to take it. Bernardo over it as well. I mean, he's going to go for goal here, Semenyo, but I don't see it going in. So the ref has been Forest's best player. Well, he's not been great, the ref, but... Semenyo! Saved by Matt Sells. Did Sells save this? Oh, it just hits the crossbar from Semenyo. Good attempt by Antoine Semenyo. He's tried it. He's been good today, Semenyo. Oh, Sells, what a save. What a save by Matt Sells, who tips that over the bar. The referee gives a goal kick. But a fantastic save by Matt Sells there. But, yeah, the referee gives it as a goal kick. Good save by Sells. Okay, down to Doku. Back to Nunez. He's been poor today. Diaz. Title race run for Manchester City. Bernardo Silva. Savinho. Against Murillo. In towards Bernardo. There's seconds left here. The game's gone, unfortunately. Unless something special happens here. Mark Gay. Terrible cross by Mark Gay. Cleared away. Awanya chases Diaz, who looks like he's running quicksand for most of this game. Here is Donnarumma. 8 added minutes played now, I think, nearly. Doku. 7 added minutes. Doku. Semenyo. Semenyo still. Off for 1 year. Poor by City. They've thrown it away here. I think the players know it. Here's Mark Gay. Big lump forward towards Savinho. He's not going to win anything aerial against Murillo. It's stupid from Gay. Away from Hudson-Odoi. The ref wants to blow the whistle, I think. 8th minute of stoppage time. We're in nearly. Diaz forward. Long ball away by Milenkovic. Rodri. Wide to Matheus Nunes. Tackle by Olerainer. Corner Manchester City. We will get the corner. But I don't think it's going to happen for a City today. MK's given up. Says thanks for great commentary. They've gone. Doku. Oh, rubbish from Doku. Counter. Great challenge by Doku. Kusanov. Semenyo. Wide to Nunes. Cross in. Haaland to the far post here. Wade didn't even attack it, Erling Haaland. He couldn't be bothered. Diaz. Wide to Rodri. Crossing again by City. Haaland's in there away to Doku. Pass it. Doku to Bernardo. Silva! Oh! Off the line! Off the line by Forest. And that is full time. Off the line by Forest. And Manchester City draw 2-2. What a finish to the game. Clearance off the line by Murillo for Forest to rescue Forest not only a point, but to end probably City's title hopes. Savinho's shot is cleared off the line, or Semenyo's by Murillo. Brilliant end to the game, but not in City's favour. So Arsenal win 1-0 at Brighton. City draw 2-2 with Forest. And that is unfortunately the Premier League title gone. You can see it on the City players' faces. They know that is it. And congratulations to Arsenal. They've still got to come to the Etihad. But they could come to the Etihad and lose at the Etihad. It doesn't matter. Manchester City have lost it. And you can see from the players' reaction there. They know that is it done. That is it over. Pep Guardiola can see it. The City players know it as well. 7 points behind league leaders Arsenal with not many games left. There is absolutely no way back. With 8 games remaining for Arsenal and 9 games for City, the title race is run, and congratulations to Arsenal if they win it from here. Surely Arsenal don't bottle it from here. Surely they don't, because Manchester City certainly have. Thanks for watching. I'm going to go to analysis and give my player ratings and my match review. And we'll see you guys for another matchday live stream next time. Probably, I'm trying to think when the next fixture is here now. City play this weekend, don't they? This weekend City play against Newcastle in the FA Cup. Maybe we'll be live for that one. We'll have to see. Enjoy your weekend if you can. The next few days, City fans. We'll see you next time.